Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into the latest aviation buzz, using insights from Up in the Air Weekly, Aviation News Roundup. That's brought to you by our friends at Aviation Hub. And our mission really is to unpack what these headlines mean for you, for your travel, and where aviation is heading.
Yeah, it's quite something how quickly things change in this sector. And, these news items might seem separate, but they're often really interconnected, shaping the future of how we fly, the tech involved, all of it. Understanding those links is, I think, key.
Okay, let's start with sustainability. This feels like a big one. Petronas in Malaysia delivering its first batch of locally blended Sustainable Aviation Fuel, SAF. It's for Malaysia Airlines, right out of Kuala Lumpur International. Now, obviously good for the environment, but what's the bigger picture here? Strategically.
Well, it's a fantastic example of local action meeting global goals. It's not just about cutting emissions, though that's huge for Malaysia's net zero plans. It's also strategic. Producing SAF locally. That boosts Malaysia's energy security, makes them less reliant on, volatile global fuel markets.
Oh, okay.
And that could mean lower costs down the line. So it's environment, yes, but also economics and, frankly, a bit of geopolitics, too.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, shifting gears a bit. Safety. This is always critical. The FAA proposing a pretty hefty fine against Boeing, $3.1 million. It's linked to safety violations on the 737 MX line. Subcontractor issues, too, even claims of pressure to overlook standards. This feels like more than just a fine.
Oh, absolutely. Much more. Public trust is everything in aviation. It's the bedrock. So this fine, it's not just about the money. It's a very public, very stark reminder that cutting corners on safety, that has enormous costs, reputational costs that stick around much longer than any financial penalty.
So for the listener, for you,
it means the oversight bodies, like the FAA, they are watching. They're enforcing standards rigorously to maintain that absolute trust and safety. It has to be there.
Okay. Now let's talk about the people flying the planes. The International Air Transport Association, IATA, they're suggesting a change. Raising the compulsory retirement age for pilots in international multi-pilot flights, so where there's always a co-pilot,
right?
Raising it from 65 to 67. How does that work? Balancing experience with, potential fatigue or health concerns for your flight?
Yeah, it's an interesting proposal. IATA's argument leans on basically people living longer, healthier lives thanks to better healthcare. The challenge is finding that sweet spot. You want to keep that invaluable pilot experience in the cockpit.
Yeah, that experience is crucial.
Exactly. But you absolutely need rock-solid health screening and continuous regulatory checks. It's non-negotiable. And it also ties into the whole pilot supply issue, doesn't it, as demand for air travel keeps growing.
So it's partly about keeping enough experienced pilots flying?
Precisely. More experienced hands available for longer, but, and this is key, with very strict health and performance monitoring.
Got it. And just quickly, a sort of bonus story market expansion, IndiGo's adding a direct flight, Mumbai to Copenhagen starting October 8th, a new link between India and the Nordics.
Yeah, routes like this are interesting signals. They show airlines actively looking for new markets, reacting to how and where people want to travel.
And for travelers.
Well, for you, it usually means more options, easier connections, maybe even better fares eventually as competition increases. It's all about making the world, a bit smaller, more connected.
So quite a range today. We've gone from fuel tech and safety rules to pilots' careers and new routes opening up. Really shows how all these different pieces fit together in the aviation puzzle.
It really does. And maybe a final thought for you, our listener, to chew on. How do all these things, the tech like SF, the rules from bodies like the FAA, the human factors like pilot age, the market moves like new routes, how do they all come together? How do they collectively shape the flights you'll take in the future and where global aviation itself is actually heading? Every single headline plays a part, really.
Great point. Well, thank you for joining us for this deep dive today. Keep asking questions, keep exploring.